Welcome back to the Quiet Lesson. In a fast-changing and competitive work environment, it is easy to get pulled into noisy arguments, subtle pressures, or the constant urge to prove ourselves to everyone. But the person who truly holds authority and control is not the one who shouts the loudest or reacts the most aggressively, but the one who maintains absolute inner calm amid every storm. Today, let's step into three real-world stories about Sophia, Ethan, and Maya. Three valuable lessons on interpersonal wisdom, setting personal boundaries, and strategic self-preservation in the workplace. Story 1. The Trap of Rush to Responsibility. Sophia was an ambitious and talented strategy specialist. She entered a new project with a mindset of constantly wanting to prove her capability. Whenever the department faced a difficult setback or an unexpected high-risk task arose, Sophia was always the first to raise her hand and take full responsibility. She believed that always playing the hero to the rescue would help her quickly establish her standing and score absolute points with her management. However, reality turned out to be completely opposite to her expectations. By rushing to take on risky tasks without properly assessing available resources and time, Sophia quickly became overwhelmed. Colleagues noticed her constant readiness to carry the burden, so they began to rely on her, actively offloading the toughest parts of their work onto her shoulders. When a major operational crisis occurred within a high-risk task Sophia had volunteered to handle, she did not have enough time to resolve it completely. Executive management did not care about how hard she had worked or who she had stepped in to help. They only looked at the final failed outcome and judged Sophia as someone lacking risk management skills. Sophia bitterly realized a truth. Enthusiasm without strategic calculation is merely a trap. In the workplace, true maturity does not mean rushing to take on every responsibility just to look heroic. True authority means calmly assessing resources, delegating responsibilities to the right people for the right tasks, and committing only when you are certain you can deliver results. Story 2. The Art of Neutralizing Gaslighting. Ethan had just transferred to a new strategy department, working under Victor, a veteran manager notorious for subtle psychological manipulation tactics. Victor never criticized or yelled at Ethan publicly. Instead, he used a far more sophisticated strategy, employing vague, ambiguous remarks to plant seeds of self-doubt in Ethan's mind. During work discussions, Victor would casually drop comments like, "I thought with your capabilities and background, this plan would be much more outstanding," or, "You work very hard, Ethan, but it seems people in the office are starting to question your working style." Those ambiguous words acted like gentle poison. Ethan fell into a state of intense panic. He constantly second-guessed himself, feared he was not good enough, and began working 14 hours a day to prove his worth to his boss. But the harder he tried, the more vague criticisms Victor dropped to keep Ethan exhausted and easily controllable. Fortunately, Ethan recognized the underlying pattern in time. He understood that this was not constructive feedback, but a deliberate psychological manipulation tactic designed to weaken his confidence and turn him into a compliant worker. Instead of continuing to fall into the emotional trap or engaging in defensive arguments, Ethan decided to completely change his response strategy. The next time Victor offered a vague remark, "This report still seems to lack strategic vision, Ethan," Ethan no longer turned red or showed confusion. He maintained total composure, looked straight into Victor's eyes, offered a gentle smile, and calmly asked, "Thank you for your input. To ensure the report meets expectations, could you point out specifically which data table or slide needs adjustment? I will update it immediately." Or when Victor said, "People are having concerns about you," Ethan replied serenely, "Thank you for sharing. Could you tell me specifically which colleague or process is facing an issue so I can directly meet with them to clarify and optimize the workflow?" Confronted with calm, fact-based, and specific questions, Victor's entire manipulation tactic was completely neutralized. Unable to provide concrete answers, Victor was forced to step back. The lesson here is profound. Manipulators can only control you when you absorb their vague negative emotions. Never argue with emotion. Always pull every conversation back to facts, actual data, and specific questions. Clarity is the strongest shield against any form of manipulation. Story 3. Overcoming subtle isolation. Maya was an outstanding data analyst. Thanks to her exceptional technical competence and sharp analytical mind, the executive board directly appointed her as the project lead for a flagship digital transformation initiative across the corporation. This rapid advancement unexpectedly triggered deep envy from a group of longtime colleagues in her department. Unable to find fault with her professional work, they chose to isolate Maya in a subtle and covert way. They deliberately forgot to include Maya in informal discussions before meetings. They delayed sharing critical operational data and acted cold and distant whenever Maya appeared at company gatherings. They hoped that the psychological pressure of loneliness would cause Maya to panic, make mistakes, and voluntarily step down from the project. Subtle isolation is one of the most toxic forms of pressure in the workplace, capable of easily crushing anyone emotionally. But Maya chose a completely different perspective. She did not waste time feeling hurt, nor did she plead or humble herself to fit into a group of people who were intentionally pushing her out. Maya understood that in the workplace, your value is not defined by how much your colleagues like you, but by the tangible results you produce. Maya channeled 100% of her focus and energy into a single goal: bringing the project to resounding success. Instead of relying on envious colleagues, she proactively built direct communication channels with external experts and reported progress transparently to top executives. On the day the project concluded, the system operated seamlessly, saving the corporation millions of dollars in costs. Maya stood on stage to receive the Employee of the Year award. She not only solidified her irreplaceable position, but was also promoted to Director of Strategic Analytics. At that moment, those who had once sought to isolate her were forced to bow their heads and look at her with absolute respect. The noise of envy and petty tactics can never dim the light of true competence. Do not waste your precious energy trying to fit in with those who want to drag you down. Use that energy to quietly hone your skills and rise to a height they can never reach. Conclusion and call to action. Workplace wisdom lies not in how many arguments you win or how many people you try to please, but in knowing how to protect your peace of mind and affirm your value through actual results. Silence is not weak endurance. It is the accumulation of quiet strength for decisive moves. Thank you for watching today's lesson. If you found these insights valuable for your career journey, please spread this quiet strength by clicking subscribe and hitting the notification bell so you never miss our upcoming episodes from the Quiet Lesson. Stay calm, stay clear, and keep growing quietly.